Hola. In this video, we are going to look at the plural forms of the verb ser, which we know from our last lesson in English means to be. And in our last lesson, we learned the singular forms of the verb ser. So we'll review those first, look at some examples, and then do a little bit of practice together. So first, let's review the singular forms of ser. So yo soy, for I am. We know we have a couple of ways to say you. For the informal, you are, tú eres. And for the formal, you are, usted es. Okay. And then he is or she is, we're going to use the same form as we do with usted. So usted es is you are in the formal register. He is would be él es, and she is would be ella es. So those are the singular forms. Those are the ones that we learned in the last lesson. Now we're going to look at the plural forms. So we, you all, plural, and they. So let's start out with we, nosotros, or if there's a group of girls, nosotras. We are is nosotros or nosotras somos. You guys talking to a group of people, like if I'm saying to a group of students, you're smart or something like that. In Spain, I would say vosotros or vosotras, if it's all girls, sois. And in Mexico, I would say ustedes son. Right? So in Spain, if I were talking to a group of students, I'd say vosotros sois inteligentes. And in Mexico, I would say ustedes son inteligentes. And for ellos, they, or ellas, they, if it's all girls, it's the same form as the you guys in Mexico. Ellos son, for they are. Or ellas son, for they are, if it's all girls. So there are all of the forms of ser. We reviewed the singular and we added the plural, so this is all of them. Yo soy, tú eres, usted es, él es o ella es, nosotros o nosotras somos, vosotros o vosotras sois, ustedes son, ellos son o ellas son. So let's look at this with a little bit of practice. My friends and I, and this is just examples with the plural, okay? We practiced the singular with examples last week, or last lesson, so this lesson we're just gonna practice with the plural. So my friends and I would be we, right? We, so that would be mis amigos y yo somos. Ana y Marta, that would be not we, because I'm not saying Ana and I. Ana y Marta would be they. They'd be an ellas, right? Because they're two girls. So ellas son. Mis hermanos would also be they. Mis hermanos son. Tú y tus amigos. Now this one is interesting. You and your friends. That's a plural you, right? So we have two different ways we'd say this. If we were in Spain, you all, you and your friends would be tú y tus amigos sois. And if we were in Mexico, we'd say tú y tus amigos son. Mi padre y yo, my dad and I, that would be we, right? My dad and I are smart, or we are smart. So mi padre y yo somos. And finally, los profesores, the teachers, would be they. Los profesores son. So let's look at this in sentences. All right, my friends and I are smart, or we are smart. Mis amigos y yo somos inteligentes. Ana y Marta, or they, right? Ana y Marta are fun. Ana y Marta son divertidas. Mis hermanos are nice. Mis hermanos son simpáticos. You and your friends are funny. Now we know if I were in Spain and I wanted to say, hey, you and your friends are funny, tú y tus amigos sois cómicos. And if I were in Mexico, tú y tus amigos son cómicos. Okay. Mi padre y yo, my dad and I are tall, or we are tall. Mi padre y yo somos altos. And finally, the teachers are stubborn, or they are stubborn, right? Los profesores son tercos. All right, so in the space down here in your Cornell notes, write a brief summary of what you learned just now about the plural forms of the verb ser. Adios.